Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Grab that coffee, maybe a snack or two. You're going to need it because you never know with me what's going to come out of my mouth, what's going on in the world today, especially with society. No kidding. It's getting worse and worse out there today, kids. I'll tell you. I mean, you know, I talked to my son. He called me. He text messaged me. He's in Kentucky, and he's like, Mom, he goes, are you all right? I said, I'm fine. Why? What's going on? He said, call grandmother. I said, why? He said, because I just found out. He said there was another drive-by shooting over by her house. I said, yeah, I know. 4 drive-by shootings in 1 week. The schools are on lockdown. What's really going on? Society's going to hell. I was text messaging with one of you guys. You know her. She's a good friend of mine, Dawn Marie. I said, what's going on? I said, I can't do this anymore. I said, you know, all this stuff that we're reading, like, you know, in like articles and stuff like that, I said, that's disturbing. I said, but what's really disturbing, I said, is the fact that we can't even walk outside of our houses because we don't know if, you know, what's going to happen. That's disturbing. That's disturbing. So, on to this, okay? More fires. I know. It's like, should we be surprised? No. Why be surprised, right? So, here's one, okay? At Blue Diamond Almond Plant in Sacramento, California, okay? It happened on Friday morning. A fire broke out at a homeless encampment nearby, and the Blue Diamond fire was reported just after 2 a.m. And it happened on the corner of 16th and A Streets. It was a fire burning inside a large machine used to collect dust from the silos where almonds are stored. Okay? Now, this one. Fire officials are investigating after a fire broke out at a unit at the W.A. Parish Power Generation Station in Fort Bend County late Sunday night. A spokesman for NRG Energy said around 5 a.m. there was a fire out, and the crews were monitoring for hot spots. The fire started just before midnight on Sunday. Too many fires, guys. Too many fires not to be concerned. So then this happened in Pueblo County, Colorado. The Rye Fire Protection District says a truck, here we go once again with potatoes. First, there's a shortage in potatoes. Then we find out that potatoes are being shipped to Mexico. Now there's a truck of potatoes that caught on fire on Monday evening near Colorado City. Yeah, people need to make up their minds. Firefighters arrived to Interstate 25 near the Colorado City exit around 11:34 p.m. A semi-truck full of potatoes was fully engulfed in flames, and firefighters worked quickly to put the fire out. Yeah, I know. It's like, oh my God. Potato, right? You know? So, here is something that I think we should all stand behind, okay? We can support military families like us, right? With Pillsbury's latest cookie dough launch, okay? Now, you guys know to always go to the description box below for all the links that, you know, that have to do with this video and whatnot, right? So, Pillsbury, they put, they started this new cookie, and it's a sugar cookie that has the American flag on it, and it's called Salute to Service, okay? So please go out and buy these cookies. They help, it's a nonprofit Operation Homefront to support military families in their return to civilian life by providing them with stable housing they need to build a foundation for their future. Okay, so that link is in the description box below as well. So on to this. I know baby formula shortage, but you know what? This is so important to not just me, but to a lot of you in my community, okay? Parents are still unable to find formula for their children, especially for those that have special needs, like dietary needs, okay? And some are searching for alternative ways to feed their children. We have discussed these alternatives. A few of those alternatives are trending on social media, and these parents are trying the DIYs and they're liking them, okay? And others are milk sharing with strangers through social media groups. Other mothers that, they're doing the breast milk, they're sharing their breast milk and stuff like that. So, there's a thing called being a wet nurse that you can do, okay, if you are able to, okay, which I think is a very good thing. Now, on to this. The American food supply chain is in a crisis right now. This is no new news, okay? It's a crisis that could be reflected on grocery store shelves and wallets by the end of this summer. We've all heard the term dark winter. And when, they say by the end of summer, this is leading into our dark winter, okay? Now, this warning comes from farmers, okay? One farmer in particular. His name is John Boyd Jr., and he is the president of the National Black Farmers Association. And he spoke to a columnist, and his name is Leland Vittert, Vittert. And he says poor planting season weather across much of the country, higher prices on seeds, fertilizer, fuel, supply chain issues are taking heavy toll on farmers. He said, now we're going to see a lot of empty shelves, higher prices. He's calling on the federal government to give financial aid to farmers to help at least mitigate some of the increased costs that they are now seeing, which would ultimately lead to higher prices for consumers. He said farming isn't Republican, it isn't Democrat, it isn't independent, it's food. Land is neutral. He said, my grandfather said land knows no color. He's right. A lot of us do not see color. I know I do not. It doesn't know any party. If we do what we need to do, we can produce all the food. And he is 100% correct. That's why I have encouraged you, all of you, to start your freedom gardens. Even if you just do hydroponic gardens, even if you just start small with an herb garden, start something, please. Okay? Now, on to this. This picture was sent in to me, and she said, I thought you should see this. This was at Walmart in Southern California. Have they lost their ever-loving minds? Yes, they have. And someone posed a question to me. Where does money come from? The freaking Federal Reserve and the stinking elites, man. So this was sent in to me, and I found this hysterical. So this person is running for California governor, and it says, I know she won't get in, but I love her tagline in the voting info brochure. It's hysterical. Look at this. Now, I know that we all complain about prices, right? How much do you pay for milk? I myself, I don't buy gallons of milk or even half gallons of milk. We don't drink it. We don't use it. If I need to use any kind of milk in for a recipe, I have a stockpile, a nice stockpile of powdered milk, and that's what I use. But how much do you pay for milk? Have you seen this price? This is in Hawaii. Okay, now on to this. India is now reporting that they have no gas. We have all heard the reports from truckers concerning the shortages in gas stations out of diesel fuel in Richmond, Virginia. Then truckers also stated that emergency responders will be the first in line to get the diesel fuel, and they will be last. If we run out of fuel, our truckers can't deliver. Anyone who hasn't been paying attention and stocking up on supplies will be screwed. Yes, you are so correct. The baby formula fiasco is the perfect textbook example that the government is not coming to help you. To all the people who call us nuts and crazy and hoarders, just remember, in the end, we will have the last laugh. Yeah, yeah, you are so right. You are so right. Yeah. You are 100% dead on balls accurate right there. Yes, you are. So on to this. Okay. This I laughed at this. So this subscriber, she put a picture in for us, and she said, this picture attached is what I felt like when I heard a jar ping. That ping meant that I would have to search 100 different places in my apartment to find out which jar just gave up the ghost. I've been through that, I know. I am assuming it was one of my dry goods to make such a loud sound. I checked every home canned and vacuum sealed jar I had. Nothing was popped. After being frazzled and dumbfounded, I looked in a grocery bag I had not unpacked yet. Apparently, I had forgotten about the half-pint canning jars I bought over the weekend. That is what had made the ping. Our weather went from 47 to 85, and the half pints voiced their opinion. I have thought a sound would make me so frazzled. I'm fine. So here is a question for the community, okay? How will we cope with the heat in a storm grid down situation? I have been researching swamp coolers, battery fans, solar fans, battery-operated light fan combo. Due to the security risk, I am not happy with opening my windows at night to get a cool breeze. What about evaporative cooling vests, neck wraps? Oh, look. I found patterns on sew4home.com. That link will be in the description box below. For cooling neck wraps for adults, kids, pets. We are running out of time. What should I buy? Which is best? I am tempted to try the combo fan, stock up on batteries, get my sewing machine revved up. What do you think? So many options. But what do you buy? It's all personal preference, really, I think. Really is personal preference. So, on to this. Oh, boy. It's just, wow. Has anyone heard of this brand of canning lids? Kilner. No, I have not. So here's something for you. A subscriber had written in and she said, I wonder how many people in our community who use the 211 Health and Human Services, aka state insurance. Not me. I don't know anybody who does. I have been using I've been having problems with them for about a year. For me, they never keep good records of my kids' information and always change things without notifying me. Well, that's typical. She said, today, when I took the kids for a dental checkup, I had to call my dental insurance. After much hassle, the state's record didn't have me down as an authorized parent for my kids. Really? That's okay. That's weird. Why? I mean, you're their mother. What the heck? Makes it really frustrating at the dental office because I had to get my husband's approval for me to be an authorized parent. I explained my situation to the doctor, and he said he was having problems on his end as well. He said that every time he calls to verify patient's state dental insurance, he has to wait about 4 hours on hold. And even when he does speak to someone, it's never a straight answer. Oh, yeah, that's typical. This makes me believe that there is lack of communication, lack of record keeping in the State Department. You know, everything is getting worse when you can't get the help you need for your family. My kids need a filling and a tooth removed, but can't have any of this done due to the mismanagement of the state healthcare system. I thought I would spread my thoughts to let people know that even if you call 211 for help, the help isn't always reliable. Has anyone else had this problem with 211? So if you have, please, speak of it in the comment section, okay? Because, wow, what? And then, oh boy, okay, so this comes in from the UK, and she says, God help us all, Autumn. I thank the dear Lord we are prepped. Apocalyptic warning over food prices is on the front page of a newspaper. And then, I don't know if you heard about this, but India has now banned the exports of wheat. Look at this. Excuse me. So, okay, listen to this. So this subscriber, he wrote in and he goes, so I was helping my niece get her food stamps and EBT cash here in Texas. A supervisor called a staff from the local human services office and went over the new rules with the EBT cash requirements. And it seems that no child who applies would like when you apply for your children for EBT to get welfare. They're going to have to be seriously surveillanced, meaning that they're going to have all of their shots, if you feel me. Are you serious? So we're not just talking the inoculations that they need for school, nay, we're talking this one as well. And not just that, they're going to be monitoring everything you do with their education and their health. So that's topic number one. Topic number two is I went to go get a drug test for my onboarding recruiter because I need another job. So the place I went to go to get the drug test was grilling me about this, right? And they have this paper and they said they're not going to give you any services if you don't disclose whether you've had this or not and which ones. and all the information on every shot that you got. And I'm like, I didn't get it. And I have no test. And you can't, and don't come meet me. And if this job requires me to take that, they can take it and take the job and shove it. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. So in order for kids to now receive EBT, for their parents to get EBT, they have to show proof of that now? Oh, wow. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. My Lord. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.